So here we are, we're boiling the beets. You can see a lot of steam coming out of there. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to boil the beets, depending on the size of the beet, until they are what they call fork tender, which means that they would slide right off a fork if you put it on there. Vinegar, you can use white or red with pickled beets, it really doesn't matter. Salt, sugar, as was in the ball canning book. And in the little muslin bag is the spices. Now I did vary with the spices. It was close to their recipe, but a friend of mine has she's 85, and she's been doing this a long time. She has her own recipe for spice. She has her own pickled beets recipe, but I followed Ball's proven recipe, but I followed her spices because they were similar, but I liked hers better. And this is just going to simmer for 15 minutes to get the spice flavor in there. So the beets are done. I'm going to drain them and let them cool. The one thing, it's got a very steamy video. Don't know that I've made steamy videos before. Look some of that steam out of there. There we go, that's a little better. Now what you don't want to do is cool them in the refrigerator. Never stick anything hot into your refrigerator. That's a big food service safety, it's part of the course, because the heat of that item will lower the temperature overall in the refrigerator, and that could put every item you have in the refrigerator at risk. So always let them cool naturally. If you can run cold water on them, you can throw ice cubes in there if you're in a hurry. I'm probably going to just put them in the colander and squirt them a couple times until they're cool. And that'll be it, because you're not going to reuse this water for anything. If you want to, you can save it and water your plants with it. House plants especially, it probably wouldn't hurt them, give them some nutrients, but I'm not using it for part of the pickling process. You can see here I'm in the process of peeling the beets. I cut the end off of each side and I'm just getting the peel off. It's messy, but it needs to be done. I can't record and peel at the same time, but I think you probably pretty much know how to peel something. Here's a little trick that was mentioned in social media group, ball canning group. I'm going to give it a try. This is an egg slicer, and I had to cut the beet in half because it's small, so let's see. Especially doing it with one hand. It's trying. Okay, there you go. I had to stop recording and use two hands, but it worked. So thanks for that tip. So all the beets are peeled and sliced. With a little bit of a mess behind that whole thing. Will go right in the compost. It seems to me, I recall reading a long time ago that if you cut the tops and bottoms off beets before you boil them, they're easier to peel. So if you know if that's true, please leave it in the comments below. I'll even pin it to the top so everybody gets to see it, but that sure would have made the job a lot easier. So time to clean up. Let's go. I should say this is about 2 pounds of beets, and I should probably say that I don't like pickled beets. My husband hates beets, but I love hard-boiled eggs and pickled beet juice. So I make the pickled beets, or making them. I will probably rinse them off before turning them into like beet burgers or just eating them because I like roasted beets. And then I'll hard-boil the chicken's eggs and put them in the brine. Liquid is simmered. You just put the beets in the jars and make sure they come to within a 1/4 inch headspace, and then add the brine so that that also comes to within a 1/4 inch headspace. Wash off the rims, put on your lid and your ring, and you're good to go. Put them in the boiling water. For 2 pounds, I got 2 pints and about another half again. I don't really do half pints. I think it's a waste of a lid. I'll just put that in the refrigerator and eat that. So getting this back up to a boil, and these actually boil for an unusually long time compared to a lot of pickles and stuff. This is 35 minutes that it will process for. And then we'll let it cool and see how it came out. I did check for air bubbles, as I've shown in my other videos.